Okay. Now, the underlying energy, which I just put down here, is the Four of Cups. It's Four of Cups. Underneath the underlying energy, you have the Two of Pentacles. Okay, they're clearly looking at some things and trying to distract yourself because there's an offer probably that came in that you're not sure if you want to take. I think there's something that leads to more, and you just are not sure if you're ready to take that step to really put in, not necessarily put in work, of course, but to really kind of dedicate yourself to it. You know what I mean? Like, is this something legit? Or is it like, you know, or is it like something that, you know, you're not quite sure you want to jump into just because, not because the other person is, you know, and is not giving you what you want or giving you what you know, what you're looking for, which very well could be the case. But I also think that this is also kind of like, you know, I think with this kind of like energy, it's more like you're not sure if you really want to dedicate time to that. You know what I mean? Now, in the heart of your reading, you have the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords talks about a new truth, a new perspective. This also indicates here to me that there is a new way of communicating as well, which is awesome. You guys are having birthdays and stuff, so you know you always like it's your sun return, you know, so it's pretty big. So you may have a new perspective about, especially about how you see the past, because what's crossing this Ace of Swords is the Six of Pentacles, Six of Cups, excuse me. Saying every doggone card, but the card itself. Now, how I would typically read this would be that what's keeping you from seeing something from a new perspective, or from gaining this new perspective at all, is because there's the past here that's lingering. There's a soulmate connection. There's something that you may need to see from a different perspective regarding your soulmate energy. Or maybe someone from the past, or maybe how you view relationships in the past anyway. So it could be that, right? Because how everything's kind of playing out is like there's an offer of love, and you're not sure you want to take it because, you know, you don't know if you really want to put in, you know, not necessarily put in the work, but you're like skeptical about some sort of offer that's coming in. Like you're not sure if you really want to do this, if this is something that you really want. And something tells me it isn't what you want, but at the same time, I'm telling you, I feel like it's like almost like you're not giving it a chance just by the way the Two of Cups is looking. Two of Pentacles, excuse me. Two of Pentacles. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know. I can't speak today. But it looks like you guys just don't want to give it a chance because you know, it could be the same old thing. Everything that's happened in the past, same old stuff. But maybe this cup is different. Maybe, just maybe, this is going to offer you something completely different. I don't know. Just putting it out there, Libras. You know, just correct me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. But it looks like it could be something new. Something that could offer you something pretty awesome. Now, in the past, you have the Tower. So something unexpected happened, came about, crashed in your world. And I feel like it definitely sparked a big shift and some really huge change in your life, which is exciting, but at the same time, it can kind of be very devastating depending on what kind of change this is for you and how you see this change. Because, you know, change is perceived in so many different ways to so many different people. So for some of you guys, you may be like, oh, God damn it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, gosh. But then some of you guys may have been like, finally. You know, it's like a breaking free sort of situation. But ultimately, this is shifting your foundation. So the foundation of this reading, which is where the Tower is, and that's how I always say past, is that this is about changing your fundamental beliefs about relationships. Your fundamental beliefs about connecting with someone in your life. About relationships in general. That's why it's the past. It doesn't necessarily have to be with an ex. It could just be about how you've had relationships in the past, period. Now, that said, you have the present being the King of Pentacles. So, that's what I'm saying. Okay, here's the thing. This could be somebody in Earth sign for the past, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This could be someone that is very stable, very grounded, willing to commit, looking to stabilize. This is someone that's definitely has this person knows what home is like, what the home should be like, rather. home, family. You know, they're very family oriented. They like to be around their close knit families or groups. They, you know, they're very practical, and they have a very good sense of self, in my opinion. Self in the way, in the means of doing their duties, tending to their responsibilities. And this person is very reliable in that sense of handling their responsibilities, which is excellent. Now, the thing here is, though, Libra, you may see this individual as super boring because he's coming up as the King of Pentacles. But then at the same time, Libra, you may find him to be extremely attractive. How do you go from attractive? This isn't the King of Wands, right? I know. But there's something about this King of Pentacles that really kind of, you know, hits some certain notes. I don't necessarily believe he's boring per se. I mean, for some of you guys, for some of you Libras out there that may be dating somebody or have somebody around you that you may not have exact interest in at the moment, you know what I mean? Because you had something exciting happening in the past and then the present, and you know, something not. I feel like this, honestly, what's changed or what this shift is or what this radical craziness happened is because of this individual. But I feel like for some of you guys, you realize that this individual is willing to settle down, willing to stabilize, and ready to do that, ready to be the you know, the person that you need to be, that you need or looking for in your life. Because this is someone that's reliable, really ready to build a legacy. And like I said before, and that kind of piece of determination and independence is kind of attractive. It can super be attractive. This is the King of Pentacles, by the way, Taurus. So now he's got a little bit of Venusian energy in him. So yeah, he's got a little bit of Venus up in there, if you're looking at it that way, for those of you that may be seeing a Taurus. But if you have seen a Taurus, this could be just somebody that that you find to be very reliable. But you have history with this individual, potentially, because of the Six of Pentacles. You know? Or maybe this person reminds you of someone from the past. But the future is the Death card here. You see Death just looking at the Six of Cups like, you coming with me. That's the police, right? It's the police. It's like, yeah, you've overstayed your welcome. Let's go. The Grim Reaper is taking your past with it, and with that, leaving you with an opportunity to begin a new life. But it's the process of releasing the past that is going to give you that new birth, that new beginning, what the Tower was trying to give you. And I feel like it still has. It's just recognizing that there is a new beginning and leaving it be. Leaving that old way of thinking, that old way of connecting with people, that old way, those old patterns of relationships or of roles and relationships. They're leaving that all in the past, because this person is going to show you, or is in your life to represent how much you've changed. I feel like, in a way, the King of Pentacles is going to bring about a new sense of stability within relationships. Him or her being a soulmate with the Six of Cups. But that's up to you to decide whether or not this is something you want. Right? And nobody's saying that you have to make a decision at the moment, really. I feel like, to be absolutely honest, like I feel this is an opportunity of love. This is an offer. There may not be necessarily an offer here. There could be just that there's a person around you right now that you just do not want to consider as anything more than just, you know, you don't want to even consider them, probably. Like, there's so many options ahead of you, or so many things in front of you, that you're not considering something else. And it may not have to be a relationship, but you have temperance as your goal and ambition. You just kind of want harmony, you want balance, you want peace. This is done by moderation on all things, healing. And I do feel like this has to do with with even considering somebody, just considering them, because this person could be worthwhile. But the only thing that's really making this person seem very unconsiderable is because of the situation from the past that still has made you kind of feel lost in a way. Now, I would associate the moon instead of the tower with feeling lost in the foundation. But let's be real, when you get your behind thrown out of your house by lightning strikes, you're going to feel lost at the end of that. But you're not going to necessarily feel like you don't know where to go. You just know where you're going to be starting from, which is from the ground up. This is a change in your foundation and your fundamental believing, what your fundamental thoughts are about relationships. Yeah, it's going to take some time to really adjust to it. So right now, all you should be doing is focusing on the self and balancing yourself right now, right? But don't rule everything out by doing so. All you're doing is building and having harmony within your own self. Everything else that comes around you is divine timing, because you've been focusing on the self. So what if this person, which I feel it is someone that's coming in to as a gift, as someone that's just showing you, someone probably that's obviously here with something that's of great value, or this person is of great value. This isn't to tell you that you should just accept this person whatsoever, because you may not like this individual, Libra, and if this is a person that you just totally don't want to be with, then this is definitely probably saying, like, you know what, just, focus on you, see where this goes. Don't make no decisions. But that my whole role of being a tarot reader and a love agent isn't about telling you what to do. It's about giving you the best tools to handle the situation on your own, so that way you don't need anybody else. And the King of Pentacles is a very self-reliant individual. So I don't think that you are dependent, Libra. I really don't. But I do think that this is someone that's going to show you something a little bit differently about how, maybe a different role, like I said before, in relationships. And all you have to do is be yourself. All you have to do is just ride the tide. Make sure that you handle your situation, handle your business. Because right now, you got some stuff that you have to work through. You just, in a way, the tower energy is like an earthquake up this reading. It's just like, it's an earthquake. Your external energy, five of cups. See what I'm saying? It's like there's a big focus on what isn't, right? And there's the 3 cups that are missing, right? The 3 cups that you're focusing on in the underlying energy is what's gone in your external energy. You're focusing on what may have or may have not have happened in the past, in the present. But I think this is also like, this person is a soulmate. This person's around you right now, as a matter of fact, because you look at this the 2 of cups behind the dude. It's saying that the situation here it could progress. It could move forward. There's another avenue. And unfortunately, there's a lot of looking at these cups, thinking everything's going to be the same, where it's always going to fail. It's not going to work out. It's always going to be a disappointment. And I think this person is going to come in to deliver, but you have to realize that the situations don't always stay this way. Failures happen so that way we can become experts and professionals and honestly masters of the things that we have been having difficulties maintaining. It's not because we deserve it. It's not because of any karma, which it could be, but again, it's still to help us be better, right? It's never to just be a failure at something. And trust me, Libra, considering that I'm a Libra myself, I totally understand. But this is the situation, right? You've been hurt badly, and you've been devastated with the situation not working out. But I feel like there's somebody around you right now that's showing that they're reliable, showing that they're willing to put their time and effort in. And this person is going to demonstrate a different role. It's up to you whether you want to learn or see or experience, most importantly, because that's what the Temperance card is all about. I mean, this is Sagittarius. What do Sagittarians do? They experience. So this is all your opportunity now to experience something new. Which leads us to our outcome. The 6 of Swords. Moving on. Very similar to death now. Very similar to death. And how is it similar to death? Because it talks about a transition. Moving from one place to the next. Moving from one place to the next. Let's talk about leaving the past behind. embracing a new journey, a new world. That whichever one you come into contact with, maybe you travel to the Americas, and it quote unquote, right? Because in a way, when you transition like this, you do leave behind a certain history. You don't ever forget it. It's not about forgetting the past, but it's about forgiving and appreciating and loving on the things that got you to where you are to now, to even accept a new journey, to apply the new perspectives, to apply those memories to your new life. I feel like that's what's important right now. We're going to pull a Romance Angels card for you guys this week. And then we're going to also pull, as I know you see, the Wisdom of the Oracle in the corner, on the left corner. Or if it's on your right corner. I don't know if these videos are inverted. I could check. I will do that probably. Honeymoon, huh? Enjoy this. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Who? With who? The King of Pentacles. What are you? You guys are traveling to go. Are you guys traveling to go see somebody? Go on vacation, perhaps, with a King of Pentacles. Spending some quality time with a king or a queen. It doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be a man, guys. It could be a female too. It could be anybody, doggone it. I know there's some non-binary people watching me too, so it could be anybody. Whoa. Didn't even get a real chance to shuffle, mofos, okay? Look at this! Soulmate. There's somebody around you, and this person is a soulmate. This is someone probably that you already know, or this is probably somebody that's brand new, but they have a soul connection to you. A soul connection. A soulmate connection. This is probably someone from a different lifetime. There's a lot of things that soulmates are. But the purpose of this individual, like I was telling you, I feel like it will all depend on your own individual, situation and experience. No way is the wrong way. So keep an open mind with this one and enjoy your time, because this is someone that's going to help you figure out what it is that you don't want or what you do want, and out of a situation where it's been kind of feeling pretty stuck. Because, I mean, the Four of Cups is not just not considering certain options because you've got so much in front of you, but is also indicating here that there is, there's this feeling of being stuck, of feeling stuck. You feel just absolutely stuck. And it just feels like, because you just don't know whether to get into something just for it to just fail. And I can understand. But I feel like this person is going to be showing you a different dynamic when it comes to relationships that may revitalize the Venusian spark. We're in Libra season, baby. Romance is going nowhere. Except giving us a hell, because Venus is going to be going retrograde. I know, right? Really reassuring. Thanks a lot. But it's like, no. This is to look back. This is to help us look back. This is for us to move forward later on in November. So let's be ready for it, right? Let's be ready. So hit us with the crazy cards now so we don't have to do it later on. So we can minimize the crazy later.